Okay, today we are going to go over how we created a podcast using AI and automation for a client. Let's get into it. So we're going to do this in two steps. One, we're going to create an Airtable, which is very similar to a Google Sheet, and it's going to have every blog post and page of our client's website. And step two, we're going to create an AI automation workflow, which will automatically create podcasts for each of these pages or posts. So here's the Airtable. It's very similar to a Google Sheet, but it has some advanced features. So what we've done is we've used a scraping tool to scrape all the data to input it into this Airtable. And so the key information for this video that you need to pay attention to is we wanted to get the page title of every blog or post, the text within each page, and then the URL. And then the other fields that are important for this video is the audio field and the podcast script. So the audio field is the field that will be updated as soon as our automation flow creates a MP3 audio of the podcast, and it will be updated to say posted. This field it's basically self-explanatory. Once our workflow creates the podcast script, it will also appear here as well. So you can have a look from this Airtable and see the progress of how many of these have been complete. So this is the workflow that I've created to automatically create the podcast. So the step one of this workflow is the Airtable that we created. This is to extract data from each of the line items and think of each line item within the Airtable as a task. So once one task is complete, then it will move to the next one and so on. So step one, it'll pick up the data from the first line item as long as it says not posted, and then it'll move that over to ChatGPT where we have a prompt here. The prompt is to review the website's page, content, title, and the URL, and take that information and convert it into a presentable podcast transcript. And then it'll upload that into the Airtable where we have that tab for the transcript. And then it'll send that transcript to 11 Labs, which is a tool that allows you to create from text to audio using AI. So basically an AI voiceover. So this step will create the actual audio of the podcast. And then once it's done that, it will save it into the OneDrive and then come back to Airtable and update that field to say done or whatever we decided it was posted. Okay, let's have a quick look at how long these podcast transcripts are. And we can obviously be very specific and update the prompt to get ChatGPT to tailor this content. But just to show you as an example, we've kept them pretty short since the idea in this strategy we were using for this client was more of a summary type model where we could have a podcast to summarize every single blog post so that the readers can have a different medium to digest the exact same content and with a different kind of angle, of course. So that was a script, and then okay, and I'll just quickly show you a demo of the actual output of the podcast.
Episode, we will delve into the world of prop trading, also known as proprietary trading. Prop trading involves trading financial assets using...
Yep, and that's it. Cool. Once you have that, you just have to go and log into your Spotify for Podcasters account, upload the podcast, and that's it. You're done. It's live. And you can even expand the reach by then taking the feed feed, the RSS feed link that will be provided within this account, and then you can use that to then distribute it to Apple Podcast and YouTube podcasts, and there's a few others as well. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed that example, how you can take your existing blog posts and pages and convert them into podcasts automatically with the power of AI and automation. And if this is something you're interested in, then this is what we do. We create interesting AI automation workflows specifically for our clients, depending on their requirements. So if this is something you're interested in, our goal is really to help business efficiency and productivity. So if we've got a few openings. So if you're interested in booking a strategy session, you can click a link below. But otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, let me know.